My wonderful daughter is like a firecracker in a bottle. She's got so many characteristics. She's got a great personality. Considering everything that she's been through, you know, she always has that smile, and it's, you know, it's just like 2 stars in her eyes.
My niece Kaylee was born on December 29th, and on that day we knew that something was maybe a little bit wrong, that the baby wasn't growing. When she was born, she was a perfectly normal little baby. She was small, she was adorable, she was loving. When she'd stretch, you know, and she'd just make a certain face, everybody would just gravitate towards her. And she's all of the things that everybody would want in a baby. We found out she had Peters plus syndrome after a couple months of not knowing and speculation of dwarfism, so on and so forth.
Peters plus syndrome is a type of dwarfism, and it also has a lot of medical issues with it. And Kaylee only has a few. She has kidney problems, which is the reflex, and she has heart problems. She has a VSD, which is a small hole at the bottom of the heart, and pulmonic stenosis, which is her heart valves don't open as fully as they should. She has hydrocephalus, which is fluid on the brain, and she has cornea problems. And there's a lot of other little things that come with Peters plus, but Kaylee doesn't have all of them because all kids have different severities of it.
Right when she came out, you know, some of her ailments were, the doctors were telling us that she was never going to see, that we had a blind child. And being that young, it's almost like you can't really cope with that at that moment, you know, and just from the beginning, it was always a constant fight with her, you know, to keep pushing. And you could just tell from that little girl that she just knew that she wasn't going to settle for the worst. You know, she was going to get out of that and just try to see those better times.
My sister, as a parent, is doing extremely well. This is very difficult as a parent. I cannot imagine going through this. I cannot. For them to come all this way and to handle this the way that they have, which with such faith, is unbelievable. Kristen's a very good mother. She's very attentive to Kaylee. She treats Kaylee as if Kaylee had not one medical issue. Chris is such a good father. He's always making Kaylee laugh and always making sure she's safe. And they're good parents. They work together as a team very well. And they take care of Kaylee. They really do.
Go crazy.
Like, go crazy. Go Kaylee. 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 Yay!
The first surgery that Kaylee had was when she was 4 months, and that was probably one of the worst things that we've ever been through. We woke up around 5 o'clock in the morning, and she had a white bubble hanging from her left eye. And I woke Chris up and I said, we have to go to the emergency room. And she just kept crying. And as soon as I got up to take her, her eye just popped, and we were just standing there, and there was blood just pouring out of her eye. And as soon as that happened, she stopped crying, and that was probably the scariest moment of my life, because everything was moving so fast, but slow at the same time. It was crazy. And we went to the emergency room with her, and they had to do a cornea transplant. The next big surgery that she had was when she was 8 months. She had brain surgery for the hydrocephalus, which is the fluid on the brain, and she has a metal kind of tube going from her brain down to her stomach to drain the fluid. And she's had a few other evaluations under anesthesia for her eyes and for her heart, but those are the 2 major operations that she has had.
You're our age, and you know, you're having a baby, you don't think that this is anything that could ever happen to you, you know, and it just, to see your baby in that state where you're just not sure what's going to happen is the worst feeling to have. With family around us and stuff like that, it helped us to get through it, definitely.
Definitely.
You know?
Say hello. Hi. Hi. Say my name is Kaylee.
Her rough start, of course, plays a mental role on everybody. You know, no one expects for a newborn baby to be born and then all of these issues happened. You know, and I don't even think there's words to explain it on how rough it has been. I really don't, because like we said, you don't know what to expect. And that's the perfect way to explain it. You never know what to expect when it comes to her, because she can be fine today and then tomorrow we'll be in the hospital. That's what happens, and it's hard because it's hard.
Kaylee needs a lot of support. A lot of support in ways where, you know, we need all the help we can get. I mean, there's things that, you know, there's probably stuff out there that could help her that we can't afford with our salaries and stuff like that. It just makes it hard to get some of those medical things that she needs.
There's a lot of toys that she needs for sensory issues, you know, because she is visually impaired, her senses are so heightened, and things like that are a lot more expensive than what people think. And also seeing better doctors. Doctors here in Florida really haven't stepped up to the plate like we would want them to. So we want to take her out of state into Wisconsin, where they know about Peters Plus, so we can get a better outlook on things. You know, we always want a second opinion, and she might need growth hormone shots, and all of those things cost money in this world, all of them.
The name of the foundation is Kaylee Sophie. The doctors had mentioned to Kristen that it's probably a good idea if we start a fundraising foundation or do something for her. The reason being is, like Kristen had mentioned before, toys are expensive, and it's not normal toys for some child to play with. Kaylee does have sensory problems. She is visually impaired. We also want to get her outside of Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade County. We need her to explore other doctors. We need her to explore other areas of the country, maybe even overseas. We want to get Kaylee the best possible treatment that there is. We started this fundraiser, and we started this whole entire movement, not only for Kaylee, but for the other children in the country who have this syndrome. It is so rare. These children out there, they need help. There's not enough funding for Peters Plus syndrome. Not a lot of people know about it. It's rarely known. And she's my niece. I would do anything for her. The community can be involved by showing their support. When we have fundraising events, I would like the community to come out and support Kristen and support Kaylee and support Chris and support our family. Because in return, they're not only helping Kaylee increase the chances of living a normal and productive life, but it's also for the foundation for other children. They're kind of going to pave a way for children who need help. They'll be doing a good deed.
Let me see you. Huh? Let me see you. Let me see those smiles. Let me see those smiles. Let me see those.
The community or anyone who would like to help support Kaylee or donate any type of goods, or even for a fundraiser, if they have anything they'd like to donate for our silent auction, they can easily contact me either by phone, which is 954-696-5217, or by email, which is bellagirl0321@aol.com. So that's bellagirl0321@aol.com. If anyone would like to donate money to Kaylee, they can donate to any Wachovia or now Wells Fargo bank. They can go in and write a check to Kaylee Sophie Castillo. Last name is Castillo. She has an account set up for her.
My hopes for my wonderful daughters to be able to live just like any other child growing up in this world. You know, not being categorized as something different, but just being able to just be recognized as just another beautiful baby, you know, and not have any of those delays or any of those issues, just be right on par with everybody else. Those are my hopes for my child.
Some of the lessons that have been learned through all of this is definitely not to take things for granted. Like he said, life is too short when you think about it, and Kaylee really definitely opened up my eyes for that, not to be so selfish.
To see the look in her eyes when she, like I said, does something new is just a feeling that is unexplainable, you know. It shows me that, you know, you can't give up. You can't give up when things are hard. You have to keep pushing through it, you know, and with faith and with family and love, you know, you'll get through it. And that's a life lesson that everyone should be able to learn, you know.
Yeah.
Anybody. accepting this, it's become a lot easier because we see her do new things and we see the progression that she has, and it's almost just like, you know, a beautiful project from God. It's the fuel that I have now. You know, it's my establishment, it's my girlfriend, it's my beautiful baby, our family's coming together. It's just, I'm dealing with it just fine, you know, and it makes me see the more important things in life, and that little things that happen around me that are just so petty just don't even matter when you have something like this on your plate.
I agree.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think you said it all. You're doing good.
If anyone is interested in meeting Kaylee or supporting her, we are hosting a benefit dinner that is open to the public. It is on October 21st, which is a Friday, at Bahia Mart in Fort Lauderdale. You can call for reservations, seating, pricing, or any other information. You can call 954-696-5217. We hope to see you there. Bye!